How do anthologies work? My name is Gina. I'm an author, editor, publishing professional. I help you make your writing better. An anthology, if you don't know, is a collection usually of short stories, but it can sometimes be essays or articles or other things that have been compiled into a single book, but it's written by a bunch of different authors. These will usually be handled by a single editor or a team of editors. But that editor is almost always not going to be someone who works for the publishing house. These will usually be organized by someone from the writing side of things, from the writing community. So these will be authors who band together as a group of people who are writing short stories on a theme, or they're writing a series of essays on a theme. And one of those authors, or sometimes two of those authors, will be this, like the leaders of the project, the spearheaders of the project, and they are the ones with whom the contract is written. So you'll see an anthology of stories that are all written on a very similar theme, but then editor's name will be on the front of it, and this will be the person who, like, the anthology collected and edited by this person, and that person's name, that's who the contract is with. And so they will negotiate through their agent with the publishing company, and they will be the ones who collect the advance. They will often have written agreements with all of the authors who are in the anthology. Sometimes those will be handshake agreements, so you're going to have to decide whether or not you trust this process and this person. But so that main person is the person who's going to collect all of the money from the publishing house. They're going to get that advance. They're going to be the one responsible for those taxes. That all of that's going to be in their name, and then they are the one who is responsible for dispersing that money out to everybody else who participated in that collection. Like I said, this can be a very informal handshake sort of a process. This can be very formalized, and because money is changing hands and there can be royalties on these that could last for a very long time, I personally would definitely recommend getting a written contract in place, that you know what your share of the advance and of the royalties is going to be, and when and how that is going to be communicated to you and paid out, so that you have proof and documentation. This is still a business, and it doesn't matter how much you like each other and how much you trust each other and how good of friends you are when the thing starts. It's still a business, and you should treat it as such. How do you get chosen to be in these anthologies? It is literally just who you know. So build up a network of other writers and talk with other people and get to be friends with other writers. This is how you might be involved in and included in these conversations and invited to be part of these anthologies. As I said, they are often essays and or short stories, or a combination of the two, or usually they're not a combination of the two, actually, now that I think about it. But so you need to practice writing those things. If you are a novel writer only, then you are probably not going to be invited to participate in those anthologies. But if you do write short stories, or if you do write essays, or if you have experience someplace else, those are the times in which you will be invited to participate in those. So go out there, make friends with other writers, and practice writing things that are not your novel, and maybe you'll be invited to participate.